comes up with it.
Ball just bouncing around like it's like a ping pong, just like a game out there.
Like a football game on a football Sunday. It's a big battle between these two big teams. Central Division leaders, who's king of the hill. Carter kissing to the crowd after the shot. Picked up his 33rd point. He is now one away from his career high.
That's just a tough shot. Mario did the right thing. He played him to go right. He faked right, came back left, one dribble shot to jump. A tough shot to stop.
Ellie driving in the lane, has it knocked around, but Duncan somehow comes up with it and lays it in. Spurs are back within it.
Those are those hands again.
86-85. Just over 3 minutes to play. Carter, nice pass. How did he get it around Duncan?
That's just an amazing play. That time the big fella stepped up to block his shot. But they need to step up earlier. They need to give Mario help. He got rubbed off 2 screens that time. Vince Carter got a step to the basket. The help needs to meet Vince Carter outside the lane.
Avery Johnson was supposed to try and set a new record for assists in the Spurs, but it is Vince Carter who has set a new career high tonight by scoring 35 points, Sean.
Well, see, on that move there, the help has to come outside of the lane where the guy who jumps so high, once he gets where he's going to take off, you're at his mercy. If you meet him outside the lane, you make him make adjustments. When he gets the ball there and he's only 8 feet, 6 feet away from the basket and he takes off, you're hoping to stop him. I mean, hoping.
Keep in mind the Toronto Raptors were the last team to defeat the Spurs in the Alamo Dome. Since that time, the Spurs have gone on a 21 home game win streak, a franchise record. Toronto has never defeated the Spurs here in Canada, and tonight they are just 3 minutes away from trying to break that record.
Well, there's still 3 minutes left.
And it's only a 1-point lead.
We have the best player in the game in Tim Duncan. You have veteran leadership on that bench. A 3-point lead is never safe.
All right, here's our UPS stat brought to you by UPS, the official express delivery company of the San Antonio Spurs. And the bench points have been dramatic here for Toronto, outscoring San Antonio's bench 25-11. A lot of that has to do with a guy named Tracy McGrady, who comes off the bench strong here tonight.
He's done a great job. He got a big dunk that ignited the crowd earlier in the game. He just has a lot of inexperience. You see him make mistakes. He came straight out of high school. He's playing in his 3rd year. No college experience. Not as polished as a guy like Tim Duncan, but extremely talented. As talented as anybody on that Toronto Raptor team.
All right, the Spurs now have 3 minutes to try and put this one away. Down by 3. Avery Johnson trying to feed inside to Tim Duncan. Back outside to Avery for the jumper. It won't go. Charles Oakley literally leaning on David to start the break the other way, and McGrady can't finish it.
That's an experience on his part. Lay the ball up. You don't have to dunk everything.
Tim Duncan, can he make him pay out the mistake? The pass is deflected. Ellie hauls it in. 12 on the shot clock now for Johnson. Gets a screen from the Admiral. Looking for help inside. Ellie steps up his foul. Can he finish it? No. Carter should be called for the reach-in after Ellie made the nice step. And he will be called. That is only his first. So we'll go in the penalty situation now. The Spurs go to the line from here on out.
And after Mario's trip to the line here, we'll be down by 1.
Another look as Duncan's trying to pass out of a double team they sent at him. It was deflected. Ellie was able to pull it in and reset. We have some debris. Boy, Vince Carter has shown us a lot of moves we haven't even seen yet tonight. I'm especially impressed with the one he went up and under Tim Duncan on the other end to help give him this lead.
Well, if it's any other player in the league, I think Tim holds his ground, tries to meet him at the basket, but Tim recognizes who that guy is coming in the lane. It's just like Michael Jordan. There's certain players you're going to try to block the shot, certain players that you know that you can't block the shot. when Vince Carter got a step to the basket, Tim recognized, I'm not going to block this dunk. I'm going to try to take a swipe at it.
You want one guy going to the free throw line down the stretch. It's going to be Mario Elie, who is 89% from the charity stripe. He sinks them both, and the Spurs are now back within one with just over 2 minutes left in this game. There it goes to Carter as quickly draws the double team. Quick pass inside to McGrady on the fall away. Won't go. Robinson there with the board.
And after all the hoopla now, here we are again in a position to take control of this game.
Quick pass inside to Duncan. Up and over. It won't go too hard at the back of the iron. And Charles Oakley hauls in the board. Now rebounding the Spurs 43-39. Won't go on that end for Toronto. Now it's stolen away from Tim Duncan with no call inside when he collides and slips. Now Papa's employing to pick up Brown on defense. Makes a nice switch to Carter. 12 on the shot clock. He puts it up. It goes.
He's just in a different zone right now. Grant Hill was in that zone against us. Vince Carter is on fire right now. When he takes a running jumper on the baseline and sinks that, you know it's his night.
3-point lead, a minute left. Avery buries a jumper, but it's a 2. Back within 1. 1 minute left to play. Spurs trailing Toronto.
Hasn't Avery been the counter all night to Vince Carter?
Unbelievable. Now up to 20 points, 2 shy of his season high. McGrady, even with Terry Porter all over him, somehow finds the basket. And that will need a timeout for the Spurs. Just when they were able to close it within 1, with 44 seconds left of the fourth and final quarter, McGrady puts it back up to 3 again.
Did you see the look on Terry Porter's face after McGrady made that shot? Because Terry Porter looked like he got a piece of that ball. McGrady pumps in the air and knocks the jumper down. Here you see Avery Johnson run a little pick and roll, wisely stops behind the screen, shoots the jumper. Here you see McGrady on the other end going to the basket. Look at Terry Porter. Looked like he got a piece of that ball. McGrady double pumped in the air and knocked that jumper down. And Terry Porter just looked exasperated on that. Like, what am I supposed to do? I mean, that was great defense.
One of only 4 NBA players who have gone directly from high school right into the pros, and in doing so, McGrady turned around and gave $300,000 to his high school.
You have to wonder what's going on in these huddles right now. Pop needs something to get his team fired up. He needs a score, hopefully without a lot of time running off the clock.
All right, the next 3 games coming up. Here's what the Spurs have to face. They got Tuesday on the WB 35 network. That wraps up their road trip here, which is, I got to be honest with you, is a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be. Thursday, finally back at home where they've been undefeated in 21 consecutive games, hosting Vancouver, and then Saturday back in the Alamo Dome as well.
Well, this did look like a tough road trip to me on paper. I figured we could go through Detroit, especially after the showing we had against them Monday in the Dome. They really came out with so much energy. We looked like we were tired Friday night. Today we came out with a sense of purpose. But Toronto they've ridden the wave of emotion this entire game.
Well, look at how the Toronto Raptors have improved over the years. In just their short stint in the NBA, just 5 seasons, they now have their best start ever in their franchise history after last year's 23 and 27 finish in that 50-game schedule. See if the Spurs can try and at least pull within 1 or tie it with a 3. Quick pass out. Duncan was double teamed. Now back to Tim for the jumper. It won't go for Tim. Rebound Christie.
And you see that time, pop diagram to play, trying to get a quick basket.
Avery will have to foul. because the Spurs are down to 27.5 seconds left of the game. They've got us in the Spurs, but they had the foul to give.
Well, this is a good free throw shooting crew out there right now. Christie shoots free throws well. D. Brown shoots them extremely well. You have to be careful who you're going to foul. Even Antonio Davis, for a big man, like you said earlier, shoots the free throws well.
Back across, they're going to have to foul again to try and stop the bleeding here as quickly as possible. That will be Ellie's third. So now they go to the line, and that will have to be Oakley. No, check that. It is Doug Christie. Christie shoots 75% from the line. He has only been there once tonight, and that was to shoot the technical. He made that. He made 6. That puts it ahead by 4 now. So the Spurs will need at least 2 possessions. Second, and the Spurs have called timeout. It's a minimum 2-possession game now for the Spurs with 18.6 seconds left. Already, Carter and McGrady are celebrating on the Toronto sidelines, up 94-89, looking for their first ever victory against the Spurs in Canada. All and Toronto still has 3 of their full timeouts.
Well, if I'm on the bench, I need a quick score. I mean, like right now, right away. You don't have time to let 5, 6 seconds run off this clock trying to get a score and then foul. And I'd preferably get a 3. If you can't get a 3, go for whatever's there as fast as you can.
Only 1 block for the Spurs today between the Twin Towers, Tim Duncan and David Robinson. Very uncharacteristic about their defense. Terry Porter's in there for the 3-point shot. So is Jaren Jackson as well. And Mario Ellie. So the 3 3-point threats are there if they want them. When you take a look at how they've been able to shoot beyond the arc, Toronto doing a better job than San Antonio. Coming into the game, the Spurs are shooting a league-leading 44%, and he carries it. So the Spurs get the 3-pointer they need, and then they got to get the quick foul.
That's exactly what the Spurs needed. A quick 3. Great double screen down for Terry Porter. Allows him to get open and hit the 3. Now you have to hope that Toronto falters from the free throw line. Here you see the play here. Terry Porter comes off a screen by Dave and Tim at the top. Tim comes out like he's setting a pick and roll. Terry Porter launches.
Porter with his first 3. It rattles in. How did it get to go? Another friendly rim for Carter on that side. He'll have 1 more shot. A 3-point lead. 15.3 seconds left. He buries them both. Now up by 4 again.
Again, they need a quick score here.
Spurs have got to launch it. Off. Brown with a rebound. 7.8 seconds left. Playing keep away. Got a foul again. They'll send Christie back to the line with 5 seconds remaining and a 4-point lead. Well, they did what they had to do. They had to launch the tray to try and have any shot of this. David Robinson trying to shake off the re-injured shoulder. Jaren Jackson tried to put it up from 3-point range, but tonight Jaren has been cold.
He got that look in the corner when we thought Tim stepped out of bounds. It was a big lift for the Spurs, caused Toronto to call timeout, but he rushed the shot earlier and he really hasn't gotten any other looks in this game.
Christie hits them both. No timeout. Spurs got to inbound. They'll have to put it up right away. Porter is double teamed. Still takes a shot at the buzzer. It won't go. And for the first time since last February, the Spurs have suffered back-to-back losses, breaking a 9-game win streak after losses in the first game. They're the Toronto Raptors, led by that man Vince Carter, with a career night of 39 points. And the Admiral and Tim Duncan held to only 1 block tonight. Quite the evening for the young Toronto Raptors, who win for the very first time ever against the Spurs here in Canada, and they do it by defeating the defending world champs. We'll be back to wrap it up here from the Air Canada Center in Toronto, Canada. 98-92 is our final Toronto. the first time since last February, and they suffered their first loss ever to the Toronto Raptors here in Canada, 98-92. It is the same team that defeated the Spurs the last time at home, and now they come back to pay them back on the road for the first time.
Really surprising to me. I thought the Spurs were going to come out, really dominate this game. Even though I had picked Toronto to be the dark horse in the East, I really thought the Spurs team was going to come out.
You didn't want them to prove it tonight,
yeah,
right?
I didn't want them to prove it tonight. I really thought they were going to come out and take control of this game early on.
When you look at the stats here, brought to you by the Express News, the one thing that leaps out of my mind is that Vince Carter single-handedly outscored the Twin Towers. 39 points are there, 34. Overall, they shot 46%. Free throw shooting was woeful tonight by the Spurs here. They out-rebounded San Antonio 45-40. Turnovers are pretty even in that department, but look at the block shots. Toronto, the third best blocking team in the NBA, outdoes the best blocking team in the NBA. And get that, 2 of those 4 blocks were from the little general Avery Johnson, only 1 from the Twin Towers.
I agree with you. Across that whole stat sheet, the Spurs were outshot both from the regular field and from the three-point line. They were out-rebounded. They had less assists than Toronto. Surprising to me, to be honest. I really thought that this team was going to come out, take control. Toronto played with a lot of emotion tonight. They rode the back of Vince Carter, who had a monster game. He put up 25 shots to get 39 points. Not bad at all, and it's tough when you're in a situation, you're guarding a player like that, and you really can't go back at him.
Everybody wants to knock off the champs. Time now for a Bud Light play of the game here, and you'll never guess who will feature. It will be, you got it, Vince Carter with a career night tonight, Sean.
A career night, and it really started with him hitting a lot of shots from the outside. He really started by getting his jumper going early on. He kept shooting jumpers. Second half, opened up his drive. Then you had to respect his jumper. Then he started driving to the basket, got some dunks.
It pretty much shut them down. Now the problem for the Spurs, they have to go into Indiana next. They'll get a day of rest before that. They'll stay here in Toronto tonight. They'll travel on Monday. They play on Tuesday in Indianapolis. But again, the problem here, they're already 2-2, perhaps on this road trip, but they still got to beat Indiana in order to do it. And on paper, we thought they were going to be, at the very least, 3-1.
Well, Indiana hasn't played it as well at home, so... And they had a tough time with the Spurs. They lost this year at home at the Alamo Dome, and several years ago, the Spurs just put a monster-sized whooping on them in Indiana.
NBA All-Star balloting for the 2000 NBA All-Star Game begins November 16th. This is your chance to get out and vote for your favorite NBA players.
Time to roll, baby, time to roll.
All the excitement.
Back.
All the action. Vote now and send them on their way. Get an official NBA All-Star 2000 ballot at participating movie theaters or vote online at NBA.com and see your top picks at NBA All-Star 2000.
How long does it take to turn Dodge Durango from the sport utility with the most passenger room in its class into the one with the most cargo room? Not long enough. Durango. Dodge. Different.
Another free movie ticket. Cool. Hey, kid, that was my idea. So remember me when you vote for the NBA All-Stars.
$10. Not bad.
Hey, kid, you won that because of me. So I'd appreciate a vote for Tim Duncan.
Sprite NBA All-Star Payoff. You could win free money and movie tickets. So no matter what anyone says, vote however you want.
All right. Hey, kid.
Man, don't you guys have games to play?
It's the beat of a different drummer. Dodge. Different.
The cast was a sports presentation of the Charlotte Hornets.